Hello, audiophiles of the internet, and welcome once again to Audio 46, your headphone destination. My name is Franco, and today I am excited to be talking to you about another brand new piece of gear. This is the iFi Micro iDSD Signature. This is an update to the 2017 Black Label model, and we're going to see what's new, what's improved, and overall how this measures up. So stick around because we're going to get into it right now. The Signature iDSD comes in a plain white box that is covered in a simple sleeve. This features a photo on the front and a list of the massive amount of features and specs. When you open the box, you'll see a detailed tri-panel double-sided starter guide and then the unit itself. The rest of the contents are located underneath in two different small boxes. The first contains your USB-C charging cable, a mini Type-B adapter, and an attachable 3.5mm to 1/4-inch jack. The second box has an RCA cable, a Toslink mini plug adapter, and a very soft velour storage pouch. The biggest feature here in terms of aesthetic is the brand new solid blue color all the way around. It's a rich, nice dark shade with silver lettering and gold color inputs and outputs that give this unit a really sleek and attractive look. This really lends the product an air of class, and the chassis is made out of a sturdy aluminum. On the back, you have some lettering underneath your switches, as well as more spec information. It's pretty much illegible due to the color, so I don't really know why they put this info on here, but it has a neat look. And you can see just about every logo underneath the sun has been placed on here due to all the different technology that has been integrated. In terms of feel, this has a good solid weight to it, but it is not overly heavy, which is ideal as this is marketed both as a desktop and portable DAC amp. The size is a little big lengthwise, and it's not the most natural if you're going to be carrying it around a lot. It definitely sticks out more than a portable player might, but it's slender and feels good and secure in the hands regardless. With your inputs and outputs here, the front has a 1/4-inch unbalanced input jack, which you can easily use with your 3.5mm headphones thanks to the included adapter. Next to that, you have a balanced 4.4mm jack, but there is no adapter for this, so it'll only be an option for you if you already use a cable for it. You can also see switches for iFi's classic 3D and X-Bass options, and the volume knob, which doubles as the power button. You also have an LED light here, which will change color depending on your sampling quality. There are 7 colors total. On the back side, you have a 3.5mm coaxial input for the Toslink mini plug connection. Also located here is your RCA and a USB Type-A input for those who opt to go with digital. With this design here, it is possible to connect via USB to a Lightning adapter or USB OTG for smartphones or similar devices. This is also an MQA compatible unit, so you could plug right into your phone or desktop to get the full effect of something like Tidal's master quality. Apart from these, there are also some slide control switches that I briefly mentioned before. The first is the red power mode switch that allows you to toggle between normal, turbo, and eco modes depending on the sensitivity of the gear you are using to listen. Turbo will work well with headphones, while eco is delegated toward IEMs. The normal mode will drive units that have a more medium sensitivity. Next, in the middle, you have your digital filtering switch. This switches between modes demarcated as standard, minimum phase, and bit perfect. The third is especially notable here because it offers technology not typically found in many other comparable amp DACs. Thanks to the true native design of the 4-channel Burr Brown DAC chip, PCM and DST format information travels through different pathways, allowing it to remain uncorrupted in its native form all the way through analog conversion when using this mode. Finally, the last switch on the unit is your IEM match, which functions as a control for your IEMs when you are switched into eco mode. This allows you to match the output voltage of high sensitivity and ultra high sensitivity IEMs to the iFi Signature, which gives your IEMs a gain boost before you go maxing out the volume. This is another valuable feature, as this is one element where many other units like this one are simply pretty weak. As you can probably already tell, the iFi Signature is a really sophisticated piece of audio tech, with a lot going on under the hood to ensure the maximum high-res audio experience possible. The double Burr Brown DAC chip I mentioned just a bit ago is implemented in a kind of overlapped configuration that allows for a lower noise floor by 3 dB and strong channel separation. This helps with providing highlighting of musical detail and very subtle changes in dynamics. The Signature here retains the versatile and powerful amp stage of the Black Label, as is evidenced by the easy and capable driving of a wide range of different units, from high-powered headphones to very sensitive IEMs. This, like the previous unit, is capable of producing up to 4100 megawatts when using full power. What has changed is a slight refining of the signal path to get the most out of different details and textures. This is thanks mostly to the ultra high quality resistors and capacitors used here, leading to high stability and low distortion for pristine and unparalleled sound quality, especially for a battery powered unit. Depending on what modes you're using, the battery will last you anywhere from 6 to 12 hours per charge. Now that we've touched on some of the technology and the inner workings, let's move on to the sound quality. One pair of headphones that I pulled out for listening to this is one of my favorites, the Sivga Phoenix. I use these for testing quite often just because I love the warm, round sound signature, and they're a pretty accessible unit. Also, the design is just cool. I love these things. The sound signature of these is typically a little rounded out and more low-end focused, but I felt that the high mids and the top end really came alive through this player in a way that was really nice and refreshing without ever tipping over that sound signature that I enjoy so much. Higher frequencies here had more resonance than I typically experience with these, and the amount of detail in the stage was really high, very wide, and very open. Turning on the 3D mode made it even more so, adding an extra crispness to everything that really gave these an elevated quality, especially with live music. PJ Morton's cover of How Deep Is Your Love from his live album Gumbo sounds wonderfully rich and layered here with a huge array of instruments, while the X-Bass switch tastefully deepened the soulful low end and gave it an extra bit of weight and punch. As far as testing some IEMs, I actually went and grabbed the Campfire Vega 2020, which I had just recently reviewed not that long ago, so I was pretty familiar with how they sounded. This is a model that I really liked, but found the mids to be a bit more recessed than I anticipated on first listen, so I wanted to see how they were affected when plugged into the signature. When I ran these through the iDSD, I actually did find it to alter the sound signature a decent amount. I flipped on the high sensitivity mode for a more comfortable nominal gain, and overall found that this added a decent amount of depth to the soundstage. It also pushed some of the lightly recessed mids a bit forward here in a way that was noticeable and enjoyable, but not huge. The X-Bass performed the same deepening of the low end, which sounded really great here, but I found the 3D switch to be a little less successful in this instance, as I found it just muddled the details somewhat, perhaps due to the naturally more shrunken stage of IEMs versus big over-ear open back headphones. The iFi Micro iDSD signature is just about as good as it gets for a compact amp DAC that is going to give you quality but not break the bank. With a wealth of high-end technology, customization, and a good look to boot, there isn't much not to recommend about this unit if you're serious about getting a great high-res audio experience. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're as excited about this unit as we are, then please leave a comment down below so that we can start a good discussion. As always, I saw a lot of hype for these on Headphone and other places, so I'm curious to know what you guys think. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss another video from our channel. If you want to learn more about these or any other units that we sell, please feel free to visit our website at audio46.com to check out our blog posts and our other reviews. And finally, if you happen to find yourself in New York City, then please feel free to drop into our brick and mortar store on 46th Street to come try out this or any other gear we have for yourself. Once again, my name is Franco from Audio 46. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.